What up, welcome back to the channel. I'm Monet and we are locked in. This is an early season 4 prediction for our boy Dru Tejada. We know that he had a couple of challenges. He lost a couple of his boo things. He didn't become the NBA housewife that he wanted to with Everett. He ended up having to kill Gordo. So it's a lot on his plate. And then we know that him and Diana been working behind everyone's back to potentially set up their own mama to get that cancer out of the family. Now, these challenges that Dru had to overcome, everyone has them. But now they're teamed up with Noma. They're going against Tariq, St. Patrick, and Brayden, Weston. I don't know how it's going to play out. But before we jump into the predictions for Dru Tejada in season 4, if you like power content, you like breakdowns, theories, and predictions like this, then hit your subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button and follow me on Instagram right here. Dru Tejada, he was supposed to be next in line. RIP to Poppy. But now we got to figure out how the hell we gonna maneuver in these streets because Monet is shot up and it ain't looking good for the family. So let's jump into it. This is the predictions for Dru Tejada season 4. If we're being honest, Dru had a rough season 3. Dru got whooped on. He got set up by his own dad. His mom set him up to go kill his own boyfriend. His brother clowned on him. His sister Diana, she's taking over control and starting to give him instructions. So for Dru, season 3 was rough. Now he's overcame all of this and we're starting to see a darker side of Dru. We especially seen that when he started flipping out, when he was telling Everett and basically admitted to killing Gordo without saying he killed Gordo. And then they went and took out the Castillo. So I've been waiting to see if Dru was ever going to evolve into that next level character that Lorenzo had in his mind to run the organization, and also his mother Monet had in her mind that he could run the organization. Now we started to see him making plays in season 3, so season 4 I could see him and Diana becoming very, very close. Now I do have Diana actually being over Dru, but I think Dru's gonna start putting more plays together, like the whole thing he had with taking out the Russians and getting the Castillo family. That was a good plan. Of course it kind of backfired, but who went and took care of the Russians? Dru did. Dru went over there, he handled the son, got him up out of there. Now, of course, there was a lot more going on Tariq with Tate, but overall, Dru got them in a situation, Dru made the play, and Dru cleared it up. So season 4, I'm expecting to see more of that from Dru. Diana is the closest one to Dru at the moment. Remember, the plan was to have Tariq take out Monet, Kane take out Tariq, they going about their lives. Now it didn't go according to plan, and we know Tariq wasn't the one that shot Monet. So when Dru, he's talking to Diana and they're at the hospital and she says it was Tariq, they're going along with that plan. Of course, I'm saying that Diana, she's learned from Monet. Remember, she hinted on that, telling Monet, I learned from the best. So she's even learning how to manipulate her brothers the same way Monet manipulated Dru to take out Gordo. She's manipulating Dru to go along with this plan because in the end, I think she's going to be the big one out of all of the Tejada family. But moving forward, I don't know how it's going to work up under Noma's control, especially with Effie there. And we know that Diana and Effie, they don't see eye to eye. So Dru might have to be the one to be the level head and moderator between the two of those two and tell Diana, hey, get focused. We don't need to be messing up with Effie. We need to be worried about how to get from up under Noma and also figuring out how we're going to handle whatever happened to Ma, because we know that Tasha did it and not Tariq. Now, when it comes to his brother Kane, if you watch my Kane video, these two are going to clash. Both of them want the throne. Both of them want to be the leader of the Tejada family. Now, at this point, the family is kind of in shambles with Monet out of commission, them working directly under Noma. But I can see these two actually clashing because my theory is Kane's going to eventually have to talk to Tariq about something and start to figure out that Dru and Diana are working behind his back and they got their own plans. Now, could there be tension between these two? I definitely say yes. We've seen it start to spark off at the funeral where Kane was like, I need to make the decisions. But Dru, he grabbed the chain, was basically indicating I'm next in line for the throne. So these two, they're going to clash. I could see them working together just because brothers, maybe towards the beginning. But I'm thinking midway through the season, unless Kane dies, these two begin to go their separate ways and there's a split in the Tejada family. There already was one when they basically chose sides. Dru with Monet, Kane with Lorenzo. But these two, I can see a wedge being driven between them even more. I honestly can't even tell where it's going to go between Tariq and Dru. Are they ever going to have any real conversation? You know, these two, whenever they talk to each other, is very brief, short, and to the point. Remember when they first exchanged the bag and everything, when they were setting up Mecca, very short and sweet. When they had this incident this season, what happened? Very short and sweet. He hit up Dru. Dru came and took out the trainer Nick. You see what I'm saying? Whenever these two interact, it's never long-winded or anything. It's, hey, this is what needs to be done. We need you to take care of this, Dru. I'll handle this on the back end. But with Diana saying that Tariq was the one to shoot, unless she tells Dru that it wasn't Tariq, I can see Tariq actually being a target. He's going to be a target. There's already a war going on. So if Dru is believing that Diana is right, that Tariq was the one that shot their mom, he's going to be wanting to get at Tariq. But as I mentioned, Kane might be talking to Tariq and kind of figuring out that Diana and Dru were the one that did all of this, and Tariq didn't have nothing to do with it, even though he was supposed to show up to it. Now remember, Diana was the one who went and talked to Tommy's mom, Kate. Dru didn't really have too much in all of this. Dru was really playing the background unless it was an order from Monet. So when it comes to Tariq, I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but I'm sure he's going to have issues with Tariq. I just don't think they're going to get involved with each other as far as like fighting or even having an argument. And when it comes to Monet, I'm not sure how long she's going to be in the hospital, but I know Dru is probably going to go in there and talk to her. Now, I did say in Kane's video that I think that she might actually talk to Kane about something, but as far as my prediction with Dru, it might be the same for Dru. Hey, Dru, while I'm out, I want you to step up and do your thing, because they already been talking about molding Dru into becoming that star player for the Tejada family. Now, Monet might be out of commission for maybe a couple of episodes, but this gives Dru a chance to actually see how it is out here in the streets without someone being over him. Of course, they got Noma, but Noma, she doesn't do micro supervision. Nope, she's not over your back at all times. You get it done or you die. And now I'm pretty sure she knows Monet is in the hospital, so this could be a target for Noma, but that's a whole nother story. Right now, I think Monet might be telling Dru to step up for the family and hold it down. All right, there you go. My early predictions for season 4 for Dru Tejada. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know where I was kind of too far off to the left, maybe went too right with my predictions. But again, this is just predictions. I like to hear what you guys got to say. I definitely want to see Dru evolve and actually become some sort of a boss. We can't just have him tagging along for the rest of the seasons. You know what I mean? We got to actually see him step up and get that bigger role. So let me know what you think about Dru Tejada. I'm Monet. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.